Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, and it's time for weather. ABC4's Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy. Alana, Easter this weekend, and I know you teased it in the earlier shows, but 70s on the way?
Yeah, but we have to get through a lot to get there, Jordan, so we gotta just power through. But yes, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Right now we've got mid-60s in Iron County. There's that live look from our Southern Utah University network camera. We've got the cloud cover out there, but mild temperatures. Soggy start to our Friday. Now things have changed. We've dried out, but the winds are going to ramp up. We get a strong southerly flow with an Easter weekend system that does bring the potential for wet weather. The warmth returning today. We're getting rebounding temperatures, but they are going to drop and then warm back up. This is what it looked like around midday. Check out the rain coming through. Great time-lapse video coming off of our doTERRA camera, which just shows some of those showers that impacted us earlier in the day through about lunch. The front did clear southern Utah in the last several hours, and we just have a few lingering showers, but all in all, the state now dealing with sunshine, a mix of sun and clouds out there and drier conditions. It was a quick-moving system, but it delivered in the way of moisture. More than 3/10 in Centerville, 3/10 in North Logan, Wanship on the backside of the Wasatch getting the same amount, just above 1/4 of an inch in Layton and Clinton just underneath it. So northern Wasatch Front was favored by this last system. That will be a little different for the Easter weekend one. 58 in Salt Lake right now, turning to the 40s heading into tonight, bottoming out in the low 40s. With partly cloudy skies. As we head into Easter weekend, we've got an area of low pressure sending a cold front our way, but ahead of it, very windy conditions for central and southern Utah. Gusty southwesterly winds. We know what happens when we see this wind advisory. Gusts up to 55 miles per hour, blowing dust expected, so reduced visibility. And you can see this does include Juab, Millard County down into Washington County, over towards Kanab, Lake Powell, Castle Country, and on the eastern side of the state. This goes into effect at noon, will remain in effect until 9 p.m. and the winds will be gusting ahead of this cold front as it approaches. Let's look at where the wet weather falls because it's going to be out there and bring the potential for some thunderstorm activity. Cloud cover by lunch. Noticeable. So Saturday looking unsettled. Here comes the front. It moves on in and it brings, well, the potential for those thunderstorms along the line of the front and valley rain and mountain snow showers. Now, as the front treks through, we see those unsettled conditions holding on as we get to midnight. Slight chance that we get a shower early Easter morning, but then we clear for the rest of the day. Beautiful conditions set up for the holiday, and you'll see a mix of sun and clouds with temperatures just slightly below average. 50s and 60s for those daytime highs. Strong southerly flow going to crank our numbers into the mid to upper 60s tomorrow in Salt Lake, 60s and 70s in eastern Utah, 60s along the I-15 corridor, 79 in St. George. The haze shows up because of the blowing dust. Be ready for it. It is going to be whipping in the southern portion of the state. Those southwesterly winds, ooh, they can be fierce. 80s on Easter Sunday in the south with winds in the morning, so sunrise surfaces could get a little gusty. Dry conditions next week. As we look at the Wasatch Front, that system comes through with some windy conditions, cloud cover, thunderstorm activity, and a little bit of wet weather, but it clears by Sunday, which will be very nice if you've got outdoor plans. Maybe you're going to grill. I would love an invite, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. 60 on Sunday in Salt Lake, and we've got the drier conditions as we head into next week. Emily, over to you.
All right, Alana, thank you.